Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Jersey and today we are continuing our base build in Power, the new build series that we're working on. And today we are gonna be building a house on this cliffside next to all the cherry blossom trees. Now this house is literally outside of the circle, so make sure that if you're building in this location and you're following this video, then make sure that you turn off the destruction setting when you build out the circle, because you don't want to lose everything, right? You don't want to lose it. But my mind was going and I was like, you know what, I want a house, and I want a bigger house, but we're gonna build it outside of the circle. I want to use the cliff, I want to use the cherry trees, I want everything to be connected very closely, and that's something that I wanted to do. So as you can see, we're starting with the foundation. We added the foundation on the very front with all the stone, because that's what I wanted at first, and then inside the house we're gonna do the hardwood. So very easy. The foundation on the floor is just easy as it comes, right? Not too complicated. As you can see, we're adding the different windows. I went around depending on what kind of window format I wanted. Since we had some cliffside, then I decided to change some of the windows from the corners and put them more in the middle so you can see more of the cherry blossom. Now we got the glass window, so if you want to go with glass, you can try that out, but I wasn't sure if I liked the glass. I did a test at some point and I was like, I don't know if I liked it as much, so I just went ahead and kept to the wood. Okay, so now that we got the first base going, right? As you can see, we got the foundation, we got the first base. Now we're gonna start adding the second. Now this is gonna be almost a 3-story home by the time we finish doing the roof. So we're gonna go one more time high and then end with the roofing. So it's gonna be pretty high. So it's gonna be a big house. Now the inside, I will tell you now by the end of the video, the inside of the house is not done because I don't know exactly what do I want to do in the inside of this home, right? How do I want to decorate it? What kind of rooms do you want to have? But the outer shell, the outside that makes the home, is going to be completely done on this video. And then eventually, like a lot of stuff in this base, I'm approaching it very different this time compared with my first build series in my original base, right? This time I'm trying to make all the foundation, all the spaces, make sure that I can do everything that I want to do, and then work on all the decorations. So that's gonna be fun when the time comes. But as you can see, I'm working on the roof. You see how high we got here? Now the roofing, we're gonna go to different iterations in this. So I did edit a lot of the big trials and error, because there was a lot of time, because it was too simple, it was too flat, and I was like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So something that I really wanted, now that we got the pillars, I really wanted a walk around porch, but with the roofing too. I didn't want to just be flat. So you can do it like this, and that's great if you want to do it, but this time I wanted to do it different, and I wanted to actually use part of the roof to make the roof like it feels like it keeps going lower. So that's what I'm doing. We're gonna use the pillars because the pillars are fantastic. It's like the best new thing here in Power World, right? Like the pillars can let you do so much. But as you can see on the side of the house, originally I almost left it like this, flat, just one section. I don't know, and this is why to me the workaround porch was gonna be a good idea. Like I was gonna need this, I wanted this to feel great. So we're doing the workaround porch, we're gonna do that, and all of that's gonna have also a roofing. Now the roofing on the side is gonna help it out, it's gonna give you that shape. So as you can see, very simple. So far it's not overly too complicated. But when I did this over here, I felt like, you know what, I feel like I need maybe a little more height, on the sides, just to create something different. So we're gonna work on this, and like you can see on the side here, I'm trying not to do a shape in the roof, right? We want this to feel better. We want this to feel like it's not just so simple. I want to have a little more division. So I decided to add that second floor that we're talking about. But by doing this is gonna make it even taller now. So that's what I told you in the very beginning. It's gonna be like almost like a 3-story home, it's gonna go like that high. So we're gonna do the roofing over here. And all this roofing is gonna change a little bit, because I don't want it to be flat like that. You see how flat? So I was like, you know what, I don't like it. Now that's the thing about designing, it's subjective, right? Maybe you did like it the way I just had it, with a little flat roof instead of pointing. On this one, I did want it to go a little more pointing. I just wanted the two ends to meet at the very top. So what we're gonna have to do is just extend it, and this is why it becomes so high. So basically on this place you can have the first floor, the second floor, and you can have an attic if you wanted to, right? Like you can literally have an attic if you wanted to make one. But as you can see, see that we're fixing one side. We're gonna do this over here. We gotta delete the roof over here. Now all of this I left because it was a little more tricky. So if you're watching this, and I know it's a speed build video because it's a speed build, but if you want, don't forget that you can slow down the video on YouTube. Slow it down. That way, just mute it so I don't sound like very slow, my voice. Just go ahead and mute it, and then you can follow it a little bit easier. But one of the reasons I left all of this in because it needed to be shown. There was not an easy way, and I did edit a lot of the other trials and error that I did, so that didn't show. I'm just showing what the final thing that was working. In some of the areas, you're always gonna have to leave, maybe like delete this root, so you can add the wall over here, so when you put the root going sideways. So in PALWORLD, don't forget that sometimes it won't let you do something, but that means that you just need to take maybe a wall out, maybe a roof out, add the wall, and then add the roof. So it's tricky. The way the formula, the way things register in PALWORLD is always a little bit more. But as you can see, this is the attic area up here. So you can have an attic, you can have it really nice if you wanted to. So it's gonna be up to you depending how you wanna use this house. Now, this is a great house. Also, if you put it inside the base, it's very spacious, it's very big. So if you wanna use it for your pals, you wanna use it for stuff, you can put it inside the circle and you can make your pals use it, you know, so that's important. But now this is something that I worked on. Now I didn't show you how to do all these steps that I got over here. I really didn't like it, and I wanted to change my mind, so I'm showing you what I did, but I didn't show you in this video how to get to there. Now to do all that stair system, you really gotta use the pillars, but I didn't like it, and there was no point on me showing you all of that because I'm gonna take it down. So what I decided is I like the first initial stairs, and I decided to go a stairway that goes towards the side of the home. I think it was gonna look a little more clean, it's gonna look a little more organized, and just look a lot better, and have the staircase be very close to the cherry blossom trees that I think is gonna look really great. So that's what I did. So basically I'm gonna take the old stairs out, and we're gonna start here. So I'm using the pillars to put foundation. Now one of the things that you see with the pillars, sometimes I want to add the pillars, it won't let me. That means that you need to take out foundation, you need to take something else, put a piece of the roof, and then put the pillars, and then put pillars down. So that example is going to come right here very soon, because I was trying to decide if I want this open or wall. I didn't like the wall feeling. I think it looks better when I do it with foundation and have the pillars doing the outmark. So that looks great, but you can't just add a pillar when you can't add a foundation when there's pillars. So you literally got to take out the foundation, add the roofing, from the roofing add the pillars, then take the roofing, and then you can add foundation. That's something that you see kind of here that I just did, and it's a little tricky, and we're gonna see in another section very quick. But you can see I take out the foundation and the roofing, so I can do the same thing over here, and that's the trick, right? Is it won't let you add the pillars, but if you take out the foundation, add the roofing, add the pillars, and then take out the roofing and add the foundation, then it works. It's just weird, but I really like the feel of the structure of the pillar right next to the foundation. It just gives you that little extra edge, that little extra look, and we're gonna see that very soon, because on this front walkway that's all foundation, I wanted that pillar so it can kind of feel a little more complete and just give you that little elegance. Now the stairs went all the way straight up, so I was like, you know what, I think I want to go a little bit more inside. So what I'm doing is kind of making another second stairway that's going to come on the side over here. But instead of going just straight up, I wanted to go again. I want just stairs, platform, stairs, platform, stairs, platform. So that's something we're working on. So as you can see right here, I was doing that, and then I added another stair right here. Now this stair is gonna go away very soon, because I decided that it's better to have the foundation first and then another stair, and then it brings us a little more deeper, and also helps with this cherry blossom tree that's going to be on the corner, because it's going to look really good. Now I'm making this little walkway over here that's going to lead us to another section of the build outside of the circle, because I want this area to look like a little more built up compared with just inside the circle, right? Okay, as you can see right here, this is what I was talking about. You see how the foundation was taking over the tree. So I didn't like that's what I did. I added the stair and then connected to the foundation over here. Now I took out the roofings because I needed that roofing to add the pillars. And once I did that, now we got something here. Now it didn't feel as big as I wanted to. Like I was like, you know what, maybe I should go double here, and that's what I did. So I decided to go double on the stairway. And once I did that, I was like, okay, I like this. This is feeling great. And I feel like it just looks a little clean. Now, I think I could have done something more on the other one, the other staircases, but it was going to take like a lot more work, and I didn't even know, and it was getting very complicated to work all the pieces, and I was like, and I wasn't liking it. So I like this a little more clean cut. It just looks great, and I want to keep it a little more like this. Now something that we're gonna do now is I want to alternate a little bit with the stone and the wood on around the house. I did a test with the glass, did not like it, so I just went ahead and going with stone. So basically, the windows are always going to be wood, and then whatever's wall is going to be stone, just so we can have a little separation on the bottom. Now, the second top of the house, that is going to be wood. So something also that I wanted to do here is add a little bit of columns, so we can have, instead of being completely flat, the columns add a little bit extra niceness. It just looks really good right in between the two walls. Now, you can add a column. Sometimes it lets you, but you can't add it in every single spot. So basically, you gotta delete two walls so you can put the column where it's supposed to be, and just do that and repeat, and do that and repeat. Just be very, very careful and don't destroy more than you need to, because you don't want the whole thing to collapse, right? We don't want that, so please be careful. So as you can see over here, I did a test on the very top. You see those columns in the windows on the top, and it looked good, but the more I looked at it, then the more I just decided not I want to. So all that in the top, I didn't show you how to do it because we're gonna do it. I'm gonna leave the clip when I take that off and just do it with the wood. Now over here, I wanted the columns to be in between the foundation, so it won't let you do it. So this is what I was telling you. I gotta add all the roofing first, delete foundation, all the roofing. Let me add the pillars where I wanted to, right? So that's what you're seeing right now. So I wanted to see, and I also wanted to see if I liked it like this and have a gap underneath it. It wasn't for me. I didn't care too much about the gap. So what I decided is I want to then add the pillars so we can have that little extra. And you see the gaps, it's not bad. Maybe you like it, but I decided I don't want the gap. I want it to be more solid. So what we're gonna do now is take out the roof, and then it will let you out the foundation. And that's the trick. That's the trick to get that. And I think the pillars add a little more structure. You see how more better now it looks? If you rewind a little bit, look at it without the pillars, and then look at it now with the pillars, and I think it just looks a little better, right? And that's the great thing about the pillars, is even for an aesthetic design, looks really great. So as you can see over here, I'm gonna do the same thing all around the house where we got all these windows. I want to have like the actual pillars, but we want to do it with the wood. I didn't show you how to do it with the stone because I'm gonna do it again here. It's just basically you gotta delete everything so you can do the pillars. So yeah, so it's just the way the system works. I wish it would let you add it, you know, that they changed the coding and the way the rules work, but hey, at least we can still add it. And I think adding the wood pillars also in the top, it took away that flatness of the wall and gives you a little more roundness, and it just gives you a little bit more to actually look at, actually enjoy, and it just looks a little bit better, at least in my eyes, it looks a little better. And look at this. I really like the way this looks, and I think it just is coming out great. Now, there is still a lot of decorations to do. We still gotta put vines, the benches, maybe some fencing. There's a lot of work to do, but this time around, I'm concentrating on the builds and approach it that way. So as you can see, we're gonna do the walk, right? We're gonna do the amazing walk. I really like the feel of the cherry blossoms on one side. We're building this on top of the cliff. We got the waterfall on the other side. I really like it. We got that beautiful mountain, and as you go the steps, look at all this cherry blossom tree that just looks fantastic. Now this walkway here is gonna lead us out there, so it's gonna be great. We're gonna do another buildings so we can surround this area so it feels a little more lived in, right? But we're gonna go up again over here. Look at the cherry blossom tree. I just feel it looks great. We got a big open place here. We want to spread out. We want to branch out, maybe do fake houses, maybe a little home over here, maybe something else over there. I don't know exactly how everything's gonna turn out because again, I gotta do a lot of trial and error, but I'm really liking how this new base is feeling, and I can't wait to really start putting the pals and everything that I need to. But when you walk on this direction this way, I really love the view of the big tree. As you can see, we got the Parthenon, we got the other. Now the Parthenon, I am gonna tweak it. I definitely put it in my mind that I do wanna make the bottom base a little bit better. So, but the idea, you got the video, you can build it. but I am gonna tweak it so it looks a little more impressive. So yeah, so I'm gonna be working that. Okay, so as you can see, we got the opening. So we got the big porch over here. When you go on this direction, you see the beautiful side, the beautiful viewing. You see the waterfall. We got the majestic mountains in the back. It's just a very pretty area, and I love building here. It's just especially having all those cherry blossoms in the back. It just looks great. Now, if you want to see more of that and cherry blossoms in the house when you go inside, don't forget you can build with glass. And if you like that look with the glass, and depending how you want to do it, then feel free to do it, right? Feel free to do it. But as we're gonna come on this direction over here, we're gonna go inside. Now, inside is gonna show you how open it is, but then you gotta decide how you want to divide it. I'm unsure exactly what do I want to do inside here just yet, so I'm gonna leave it open. I didn't want to just do walls and all of that and then having to take all that down. I may have assembly lines. I may have things that I know I just gotta run it myself as a character, or have one of the pals with me so they can do it. But I think it'd be great to make it like another workshop area or something like that when I'm on this base, because on the other down there it's gonna be for other stuff, you know, for the oil, electricity, and all of that. I love walking on the back and seeing this beautiful cherry tree. I want to do again, maybe we'll do a little deck area back here so we can enjoy the stream, the stream river right there. There's a lot of possibilities when you build outside the circle. Now remember, when you build outside the circle, the pals cannot do anything. There's nothing there you can do with the pal. So make sure the stuff that you do are not for pals, right? You gotta think about it that it's for you, but it's more like a showcase. You know, you want to make something pretty in this world, and we just want to keep expanding on it. Now we are still gonna continue building inside the circle, right? Like the whole temple, I decided that is gonna be my kind of more like a greenhouse type of garden. You know, I want to put all the food, everything there, and I want to see the pals going in and out, seeing into the glass. So I can't wait when we start doing that. But like I mentioned, you know, this build series is going to be concentrating first on all the buildings, all the ideas and walkways and connecting everything, and then we're going to start working with the pals and decorations. But look at this. I love when you go in this direction, you see all the cherry trees. It's just, I love it. I love the way it's coming out. I think I am definitely going to tweak a little bit all the personal. I want that bottom base to be a little bit higher, so it looks a little bit thicker and matches a little more of the top. So that's going to be a side project on my own. It's not going to be a video. I'm just going to work on that on the side. I want to start slowly doing oil production. I still haven't done it, even though I'm here, but it's because I'm concentrating doing all this base building and all of that. But look at this. Look at this. I truly enjoy this, and this base, you can this house, you can really build it inside the circle. This house can be worked in any other base that you're building in another area. I think it's a great home. It's very spacious, and you can divide it and do so many other things. But it has the look that I really wanted, that it was on top of a cliff, hanging down. We got like a porch, so it just looks great. It just looks great. Now, I think I'm going to add a little bit of fencing. There's still a lot of planters. There's still a lot that we need to do. But I really like the walkway, and I really like that this area is matching very well, right? Between the walkways, the pillars, the stone, the wood, all of that is coming together. And like I mentioned, decoration takes it to the next level. So that's going to be one of the other projects that we need to do. We need a lot of vines everywhere, so we can kind of give you that look of, you know, the vines growing in the stones and all that. But at the end, this is what we got. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you all on the next one. All right guys, see you later. Bye.